the Phoenix, the flame that consumes the gods. O daughter of mine, that flame which fuels greed must be extinguished. Only then will the long-lost paradise of dragons return.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Black Desert stream. My name is CM Shirna,
My name is Trent.
and welcome to the Draconia pre-creation stream. That will be one of the things today. Yeah. Draconia pre-creation starts this update and will be released in the next update.
Yeah.
Just get that out of the way.
If you guys are, again, as per always, if you guys are new to the stream, we do a state of the address, then we do patch notes, events, gameplay. I say that hesitantly. And then we do a dedicated Q&A, which runs for pretty much the duration of the entire stream. But let's just kind of get into it. First things first, or is there anything we need to do in the...
No, I don't think there is. There isn't much at the moment.
At the moment, no. Okay, let's just straight up jump into the patch notes and then go from there.
All right, so while I'm doing the patch notes, Trent is going to... You're on my Xbox, bro. So Trent is going to pre-create a Draconia, and then I'm going to go in and ruin it during the events, because YOLO. So, first off, let's get rid of that sheet. Draconia pre-creation begins as already mentioned, and also season pre-creation begins. So you can either pre-create a Draconia that is a normal character and then pre-create your season character, or pre-create a season Draconia, and any rewards for pre-creation will be granted for just pre-creating. So if you pre-create a Draconia season character, you will get both sets of pre-creation rewards that we'll talk about later. And if you decide to create separately, then you'll still get the reward. So you can pre-create a season character or a Draconia character, or both, a season Draconia. That is up to you. So that's the season pre-creation and Draconia pre-creation. So next up, Abandoned Monastery and the Dawn Earrings.
The reason why we're doing pre-creation is that if you guys remember a while ago, what we had done was there was the Marnie event when it first came in.
Yeah.
The one silver thing, but then it didn't match in with seasons and whatever the case was, so we couldn't test it out, test new characters and all that kind of stuff, right? So with this, we wanted Draconia to come in with seasons entirely, so that if you want to test out Draconia in a season, you're more than welcome to and kind of go from there. Mm-hmm. That's why that kind of timed up that way. Yeah. And then you have enough time to get your character slot from like loyalties and whatnot if you haven't already gotten it, and then kind of go from there.
Yep. Okay, so back to it. Abandoned Monastery and the Dawn Earrings have been added. This is the restricted area in Calpheon. It's a 2-man party spot. Recommended 280-ish AP, I believe. 270. I'm not. We'll check when we get in. But basically, this area is like an area that has been cleared for a while. Now the blessed by Kazarka enemies are there, and that you just kill them, basically. And then when you start killing them, you have a chance of getting a Dawn Earring.
What are Dawn Earrings?
Dawn Earrings are the accuracy. Is that all you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm going with that. I'm going to make it look nice and pretty.
Okay, so the Dawn Earring is an accuracy accessory. It also gives a bit of stamina. We'll show those when we get in. But it still gives decent AP, but we need to double check because my table is not formatted.
Also, based off because during the last update, we had like the miss indicators come in.
Yeah. Right?
So for those of you that turned that on, legitimately, I think it was a good indication of whether or not you have enough accuracy for your area. I grind in really weak areas, so it didn't really matter. But for you, did it actually help in any way to kind of figure out what your build was?
More for PvP.
More for PvP?
More for PvP. I turned it on for PvP while I was testing a couple of crystal setups for my Zerk.
So I think the Dawn Earrings will be a good thing in conjunction with that as well. Like, okay, I do need more accuracy to go in line of these earrings.
Yep. Also, I know we said it last week, but unfortunately it did not come in. It will be coming in this week. The improved pet looting is in this time round.
Yeah, I'll kind of take the hit on that. We were kind of overzealous in bringing that in, and I misspoke of bringing that in. It is in this update, not in the previous one.
Yep. Okay, next up. The buffs given during Red Battlefield have been changed. So basically, if you're on the losing team, you get a slight bump on, let's say, max HP. It's used to be plus 100 AP, 30 AP, and 20 damage reduction. It is now changed to 500 AP, 30 AP.
What?
Sorry.
500 AP?
500 HP. Dude! There's too many Ps, man. Too many Ps. 500 HP, 30 AP, and damage reduction 20. So only the max HP is being bumped up there. Also, the minimum AP accuracy and damage reduction has also been increased. So what this means is if you go in lower than a 200, for now, lower than a character, lower AP than 200, and you enter Red Battlefield, you will now be bumped up to 200 AP, 580 accuracy if you're lower than that, and 180 damage reduction if you are lower than that.
You get bumped up to standard, I guess.
Yeah, a slightly higher standard. Still, it's pretty low, but yeah, you'll get bumped up.
It's not 500 AP. It is not.
500 HP. HP, not AP. Yeah. 500 AP would be dope, though. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, so Conquest War, and actually this is mostly Conquest War. Conquest War, we are shuffling up the Conquest War regions. So the stats, the caps that are in the Conquest Wars, they are now changed. So if I'm correct in this, I don't have the table in front of me because it wouldn't go into the patch notes for some reason when I was printing them out. Valencia has no limit. Calpheon gets Media's old limits, and Media gets Valencia's old limits.
Okay.
So Valencia becomes the uncapped. Calpheon gets Media's old cap, and Media gets Valencia's old cap. So they've all shifted around ever so slightly that way. Also, the max number of some annexes and things like that you can build has also been changed slightly, just slightly, if you use a command post or a field HQ.
Legitimately, I'm pretty excited for the stat cap changes in general because I think that'll kind of shake things up at least even a little bit. So that'll be nice.
Yep. Then there's some character changes, some tamer ones if you are into that kind of thing.
There's a lot of tamer changes that came in with this. For me personally, I don't know if I would play in that direction of tamer, but I do like some of the changes that did come in because I think they tried to popularize the style of play of tamer that was very popular in other regions.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to test that out, but again, like I'm trying my best to make sure that it goes in, both myself and Armin.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Next up, item descriptions have been modified and improved for quite a few items. I did write the whole list out, and it's no longer in the patch notes. Thank you, Costa. Okay. Also, a lot of items have had their weights decreased. So Blackstone items are down to 0.1 LT from 0.35. Memory fragments, pet and fairy items, horse capturing items, seals, hunting items, crystal materials, gold bars, explosives, guild supplies, others, and designs and permits, they've all had their weight modified in some way. Depending on the item, depends on how much, and also that will be fully listed in the patch notes.
Yeah, I personally feel that that's a welcome change because of how many blacksmiths I keep getting in terms of grinding and whatnot. But also, it's nice to have that come in prior to seasons because seasons already had some of their changes. So yeah.
Yep. Processing stones have finally been merged into one, which means you can now get them again. So basically, before it used to be, let's say, Manos Light, Manos Fire, or whatever. I can't remember the names of the stones. There are too many of them. They have been condensed down. Oh, sorry, I have it right here. Lake, Vitality, Energy, Sun, Wind, Lava. Basically, all that has been modified into one processing stone that will be available after the update. So with the consolidation of the items, pre-existing processing stones won't be sold, obviously. They will be changed during the maintenance into, I believe it's called sealed processing stones. And from there, you can either sell the sealed processing stone to an NPC, or you can use simple alchemy. I need to change that there, yeah. Simple alchemy to turn it into a Manos stone that you can then use. So you can either sell the multiples, and that is for Manos, Tekthon, and Logia. Each of those stones have been condensed into their own versions. You get a different value of silver on the stone if you want to sell it based on its enhancement level, or you can use simple alchemy and grant yourself a stone. Pretty much, that's that there. Was there anything else? Oh, yeah, two more things actually. Talibra's Tears, if you're into Ataraxion and you're kind of fed up of having 30 inventory slots to hold each of the stones, they have now been stacked. So you can now stack the Talibra's Tear, which is required to enter Ataraxion, in your storage and inventory. Any ones that you have in your possession will be retrieved, and we'll take them back and sent to your storage in Heidel. If you have a completely full 192 slot, storage in Heidel, and we send those items there, you need to take out a couple of items to make it shift back in. Also, the materials needed to enhance and recover the accessories you get from the story. So your Tears of the Wind necklace, Forest Eyes earring, Sand Crystal ring, and Rock Heart belt, they're going to be changed. So the freed magical Blackstone is going to become a Blackstone weapon. And the freed magical shards are going to become memory fragments. The reason for this is now to enhance those items, you need to use Blackstone weapon, and you need to use memory fragments. But one memory fragment will recover 50 durability instead of the 20 that the shards used to do.
For those items.
For those items.
Okay.
For the Tears of the Wind necklace, Forest Eyes earring, Red Sand Crystal ring, and Rock Heart belt. So they have been made a little bit nicer that way. Was there anything else?
I don't believe the castles will reset.
No, they will not.
Yeah.
They will not. Okay, then I guess the last thing we should probably talk about is that the value of costumes on the central marketplace has been increased from 300 mil to 600 mil. That's the max price they can go to. And because of that, we've also increased the amount of Crone Stones and Valk's Cry that you can receive from melting them. It has gone from 420 to 621 Crone Stones if you decide to melt the costumes.
Yeah. Is this like a sudden change, or is this going to take time to get there?
It'll still take time for the bids probably to go up. Usually it takes a little bit of a while for the market to adjust in that way. But fear not, it should be okay.
Okay.
And was there anything else? I think that was it. Yeah, that was it.
Okay, we're going to run with that. So yeah, that's it for the patch notes. Are the consoles retroactive?
If you have a costume that has yet to be melted, I believe so. If you have already melted them, no.
Yeah, that would be different. Yeah, the chromosomes themselves are not retroactive. Like, you wouldn't just suddenly get an increase in that. But if you had the costumes before you melted, then yeah. In that case, we're going to jump into the events.
Yep.
So as Shirna mentioned before, Dracania Pre-Creation is now available, or not now, after the update. So that event will go through. So if you pre-create a Dracania character, season or regular, you will receive in the next update, so on the May 25th update, an Enhancement Health Kit 3, Item Collection Scroll, Advice of Vox, and Advice of Memory. Also, if you create a season character, specifically a season character, you will get season-related items like Timefall Blackstones, inventory slot stuff, as well as a Book of Combat for your season character.
And remember, if you pre-create a Dracania for seasons,
It'll fulfill
you
both.
get both.
Yep.
So you will only need to create one season Dracania if you want both in one slot. If you have the extra slot spare, maybe you could pre-create a season character and a Dracania separately. But yeah, you can pre-create one season Dracania to get both or separate them.
We also have a playtime event where, based on how much time you spend in the game, you will get Dream Horse related items, like the fruits that will give you EXP for that, as well as a Mount EXP scroll. There is also a farming event, garden event, essentially.
Farming, yeah. Do
Right. Do you want to explain this, or do you want me to go through this?
you want me to do it?
I kind
I
of understand it, but yeah, you can go for it if you
So
want.
basically, you will get a fresh tulip seed from Lara. You'll be able to pick up a quest. It's a weekly quest. You grow the seed. Once you have the seed, you obviously have to put it in a fence. There is instructions in here how to do it. We've shown it before. But you get a fence, you lay it down in a non-safe zone, plant the seed, and when it grows, you can harvest, not plant breed, and you will get tulips. And then you take these tulips to certain NPCs in Heidel, and they will give you a certain buff. So Vanasil will give you training EXP, Izaro will give you mount EXP, Flaviano will give you life EXP and all skill mastery plus 10, Amerigo will give you a weight limit boost, Tekthon will give you item drop rate plus 5% and extra AP against monsters plus 3, and Crewhorn will give you combat EXP and skill EXP. Now you can obtain multiple buffs at the same time, but you cannot stack, and they will last for 3 hours.
Cool. We also have a drop event where basically you can get, because someone on YouTube was asking, can we get memory shards? I assume you mean memory fragments and magical shards? Or some other kind of shard? But yes. There will be event items that will be dropping, which are the rarity pouches and the fortune pouches. If you remember this from before, essentially the rarity pouches and fortune pouches give you various amounts of black stones, the golden coelacanth comes in, the hard and sharp black crystal shards, cron stones, memory fragments, Vox Cry, and black gem fragments.
And also spirit dust.
And spirit dust. All right, it's on the back there.
It's on the back, yeah.
And spirit dust as well. Also, one thing to mention, and I always have to mention this, is when it comes to these event-specific items, they are not included in your regular item drop tables.
Yeah.
So it does not affect what you get normally. It is a separate drop. And I say this because that is the question that we continuously get by Discord as well. But yes.
Also, you obtain those, because you didn't mention that, from defeating monsters, gathering, but not scooping, digging, or milking, and fishing. So the usual way you get the drop item events.
Yeah. And one more event, which is going to be specifically held every Friday in your region. So May 13th, May 20th, May 27th, and June 3rd, and the times will be listed on the event notice. GM Friday will be showing up in the World of Black Desert. You will have to find GM Friday, and after GM Friday appears, he or she will stick around for 2 hours. When you find this person, and there will be a map on the event notice, so you can just kind of try and figure it out from there, you will get a TGIF seal and a TGIF gift. The TGI gift gives you a buff effect of energy recovery, item drop rate, combat skill, life EXP stuff, knowledge gain, movement speed, luck, and it lasts for 3 hours. The seal, once you get it, you'll be entered in a draw to get a Blessing of Old Moon pack later on, which, again, you will see this in the event notice. But once you find GM Friday, hang out, talk to people, get your buff, do your thing.
Yep.
And it'll be every Friday. It's not every single day.
It's just Fridays.
Yeah, just Fridays of your region. For NA, it's set to PDT. For EU, it's set to UTC +1. And for Asia, it's set to GMT +9. And gotta get down on Friday. How dare you? But
Friday,
no,
Friday,
no,
gotta
no.
get down on Friday.
No. Just, no. Oh, no.
Yes, let's go.
And that would be terrible. So, yeah. That is it for our events.
Okay. Kashima. Let's go to the Xbox. Now, Trent is not known for actually putting too much effort into editing characters when it comes to streams.
Well, because I found out that the height and stuff, it doesn't matter. So when I made my ninja, I made the arms really long because I thought I could reach longer, and that was not true. So since then, I go with the default, and that okay. So
Give it, look, man, you made it. You gave it the clown nose. I'm gonna make it a clown. Give it a nice big smile.
I'm actually okay with this.
There you go. Oh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh yeah.
That's
that's an underbite and a half.
Yeah.
But essentially, yeah, you have all your normal pre-creation functions. There she is.
This is the standard hair, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I did change it, but I think I changed it back. But oh my god, that's
right.
That's rough.
People in chat, give me a hair color.
No, leave the hair color. It's fine.
No, that's too pretty.
No.
That is not what we do.
No.
Tall. That's why I want to play Dracania. She's gonna be tall.
No. Action, close. Okay, and also we'll share some of these.
That's terrifying.
Look, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I think that's quite nice. I think she looks good. Nice. Ooh, chainmail.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't actually checked any of these out before. Nice. Wait.
Can you go blue on the hair?
1 + 2. Yeah, sure. I can go blue on hair. Hold on. Appearance, hair, color.
Why did you make it she has no clothes?
Look, I just pressed a button, man. Blue. Are we talking like anime weeb blue?
Anime weeb blue.
That's anime weeb blue,
oh,
right?
go. That's Bulma blue, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's fine. All right. Let me give her back her clothes.
Can
Okay.
you change your height, please?
Sure. Look what you made me do.
Yeah.
All right,
and just turn that thing way up. Turn it way up. This will work perfectly fine.
Yep.
This is perfectly fine. This is perfectly fine.
I feel like this might be
Yep.
specific to the dev kit.
Yep. This is no. That's perfectly fine. It just zooms onto her face.
Oh, with the mouth. It's perfect. All right. Anyway, so when you create your character, you get to choose whether you want seasonal character or normal. If you make a normal and then decide to make it a season character, you can change that here by pressing Y. So basically, that will create a season character, and then we put in a name. What are we calling her? Chat. What are we calling her? Any particular names? Okay. It. That's too small, so I'm gonna have to put like an extra T. Check for duplicates.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, it has been. Oh, we're gonna get in trouble again. Oh no, it's happening.
Oh, we're gonna get in so much trouble.
Trouble is coming. What did you make me do? Trent?
Look, you could have said no. All right, we're a team now. We're a team now.
Oh no. And the worst thing is it's on my screen and my name's here and oh no. Doomed. Doomed.
All right, so we're in game. We're in game.
All right.
What are we doing?
So, we're going to show the abandoned monastery. I don't think there was much else to show. I did have a list of things that I wanted to show, but it was essentially this and the pre-creation. All right, so there are a couple of ways to get in here. I'm going to show you the, the non-traditional entrance. I don't have anything unlocked on this map. Okay, so there is one way through abandoned monastery. You drop down the well that you drop down for the story. You walk around a couple of corners. Stick basically to the right, I think, and you'll see a little nook, let's say, that we'll be able to show. But you can also get out of here. You can also do this little alleyway through this bush.
Can you show them on the map where it was again?
The bush?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a secret, bro.
I mean,
where's my map? Yeah, we go. So right here. Okay? It's up the mountain quite a bit. Like up the mountain near the top. You will see a rock with a bush, but don't think it's this bush. It's this one. And then you basically walk down through here. Follow this path. Are you coming with me?
Yeah.
Or are you going to leave me?
No, I'm here.
And then essentially you'll come into here. This is kind of the normal spot that you see. As you can see, these are the normal enemies that you have. But, oh no, I've lost where it is. Where is it? It's like around here somewhere. I've lost it. Where's the entrance?
Did you not just say we're going down this way?
You do come down this way, but I forgot where the entrance is. Because it's really awkward to see. Right, hold on. There's that one there. And then it's like... Wait, how did I find this before? Is that it there? No, that's not it. All right, so mistakes have been made.
Sir.
No. It was right here. I didn't move very far.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Right, just showing how awkward it could be. There is a way. Normally, you would come down this way. And then it's behind... Is it here? No, right? It's like here somewhere. Wait, hold on. I think I turned around wrong. There we go. Found it. I was standing right next to it. Here we go. Found it. Don't worry, people. Don't worry. You go up through here. So,
for those of you who are asking about the PS5, I'm on a PS5 right now.
yeah. So basically, what I showed you there is the way to find it when you're coming down from above. If you come down the well, you have to follow that path. Look for the altar that's there, and it's just around the corner. If you come down the hidden path, good luck to you. It's right here. Basically, I turned right instead of left. But I'm going to have to throw on some buffs in a second. Hold on.
You good?
That was Black Spirit Rage.
You good here?
I'm fine. Are you just appreciating the view?
I'll throw a punch.
Okay, that's as much as I can probably ask for, to be honest. All right, so I'm gonna just, as you can see, my inventory. This is a test server. Normally, this is a 2-person zone. However, Trent is a coward and is hiding in the corners.
I'm a pacifist.
Yeah, right. All right, so that's just the intro zone. You walk through here. I'm gonna skip these guys because there's just a couple of them. Are you actually coming?
Yeah.
You know it's a 2-man spot, right? You know when we talked about this, it was like we do it together.
Yeah, when we talked about this, you all said you'll find the entrance. Both of us lied today.
Oh dear. All right, it's going to be one of those days.
We are best friends.
All right, so I'm going to try and pull these guys over as well, and then basically you stack up these bad boys. I think I'm missing attack speed, but my controller seems to be a little bit weird. Oh, you know what it is? I haven't turned camera accel off and changed my camera settings, so that's why it feels really weird.
Right, what'd you do?
So, these guys drop trash loot. I'm going to show how much the trash loot is worth right there. 15,000. They drop quite a lot of trash loot. We're just going to skip the rest of that pack. There's only one
we're
left.
bouncing.
Yeah, pull these guys over. Let's start work on these guys. Whose screen are we showing right now? Yours. I can see the skill. That's fine. You don't need to see mine. Oh. You know when the muscle memory kicks in and you start doing things that are on your ring menu and then you realize it's not your personal ring menu?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I have the Rabomb spin on LT down, I think. All right.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's just how it's always been.
Do you still have your inventory on your ring menu?
Hell no.
Why?
I have it on my quick slot menu for start.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not about that life.
I don't use the ring menus for menus at all.
Really?
It's all skills and flagging PvP on.
I don't know how I feel about that.
No. You gotta have flagging PvP on there. Like that's gotta be a quick, nice, easy function to access when you're springing a trap on somebody.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, string up. What do you just surprise PvP people?
So,
You're one
like,
of those people?
I may have learned from a certain player who plays the game. Just run around and pop on life skinners. Okay.
Jesus.
No, I don't.
Toxic.
I just take my grinds, but like sometimes, you know, like I know you don't probably get this since, you know, you live alone and stuff, but I live with...
Whoa, what?
No.
That sounded a lot more negative.
Dude, let me explain. All right.
All right.
So I live with my family.
All right.
I have kids. So sometimes I'm grinding away, and to save my buffs, I'll switch characters. Right?
Okay.
And then when I come back, sometimes someone has been naughty and entered the spot that I only left like 3 minutes ago. And I'm like, well, I was here first. I did take a break. So throw some hands. And then I get my grind spot back generally.
What does that have to do with living alone, though?
Because if you live alone, you generally don't have as many interruptions. Like, I can literally, I will not... Okay.
I got things to do with my day. What?
All right,
What
no,
do you mean?
Let me just say, like, I generally grind at night, right? I've told you this before.
Uh-huh.
I think this has been quite known. I generally grind at night. So I will be left alone for about 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
And I'm just sitting there, like, you know, is anyone going to call me? Do the kids want me to help with homework or anything like that? Nothing. So I'm like, okay, kids are going to bed. They're in bed. They seem to be settled. Okay, now I can finally get some game time. I've been left alone for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I sit down at my Xbox, put on some buffs, get the grind music going, you know, you gotta set the ambience.
Okay.
Knock on the door. Daddy, help please. Or like, my wife's just like, can you carry this box downstairs?
I was about to ask, was that
Yeah.
your kid or your shy?
And like, you know, then I end up pausing my grind sesh by switching characters, and then I come back and let's say a Mystic has taken my spot, and I'm like, bro, this is mine.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty buff, man. I'm not gonna rotate servers. You only have your alchemy stone on. Get out of here.
Wow, just calling out a lot of people out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look, what are you gonna do? Grind stars in with just like a basic alchemy stone? Get out of town.
I got popped.
You got popped?
Yeah, I accidentally opened my menu.
Do you not have what you call it? What was I gonna say? Do you not have the Kafras in your gear?
No. I just did the basic stuff.
Oh, okay. That would explain it. It is pretty high. I keep trying to activate.
Shirna grinds Desert Fogan still confirmed. No, that's me. I'll admit to that. That's me.
No, man. I'm like, I don't do sick because I just don't like the spot. Like every time I get in there, I feel claustrophobic. It's just not my speed.
Oh, fair.
So it's mostly Star's End, Thornwood, and Root Sulphurmine. I don't know why Root Sulphurmine's nice. I just like the yellow glow. The whole place glows a nice color. But that's basically that. That's what I like. Yeah.
Sulfur?
All right, and
I did 8 hours at Fogan's yesterday. What up? I mean, I'm proud of you. but I know where we're at. You can't. I know where we're at, man. Come on.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and find a safer spot. It's probably gonna be down here. Yeah. Okay, so that's basically the grind spot. You kill these guys; they're pretty tough. Generally, you would be in a group of 2. There is a chance. There is, I think, a boss thing here, which is Belmorn, which is done by getting. I think it's Dawn's Grudge while you're grinding. You can activate 5 of them or something like that, and Belmorn will spawn. But the highlight of this area is these bad boys, the Dawn Earrings. So, taking a look, as you can see, 14 AP compared to the 21 of the Black Distos, but don't forget you do get -5 DP on those. But the accuracy is much greater. So that is why you would generally use these earrings. If you are a class that is starved for accuracy, needs a little bit more accuracy, that kind of stuff. And yes, they are pen, as nearly everything in my inventory is right now. But that's what the Dawn Earrings are. So they're 14, and they give you 38 accuracy over the 16 accuracy of some of the other earrings. To compare them to Tungrads, it's 3 DP less at pen, but it's an extra, what's that, 26 accuracy?
For people in chat,
And they give you more max stamina.
for people in chat, I think you guys can better explain as well, like at what points do you need accuracy and where do you want accuracy and things like that. Having the accuracy rings will be nice because you can actually make different builds and kind of go from there.
Yeah.
I still think a lot of people are going to go straight up AP, but yeah.
Distos and Tungrads?
Yeah.
Someone's asking why I have Tri-Manos accessories. Because I didn't want to be too strong when hunting last week. The last stream. I didn't want to rock. Also, I know that Pen Manos is like uber rare, so I was like, let's keep it realistic. This is what you
Keep
can
it
experience.
realistic. That's the gear you thought was realistic?
Keep it realistic. Keep it realistic.
With your 800k Kafra stones?
Keep it realistic, man. Keep it.
This is a test server.
You're not walking around with that many Kafra stones?
I barely got 4. So this is a test server where we cheat to show you how bad we are at the game. And that's about it.
All right. Also, the Manos processing stone that I can show you here. How to obtain, that is the recipe, and this is kind of the, oh wait, I need to point this way. This is kind of the new style of item descriptions. It tells you how to obtain, what you need to do, more usage, that kind of stuff. A lot of items have been changed in this way, with more on the way, I believe. Like, we're going to try and completely overhaul the item descriptions of a lot of the common items, at least. But as you can see, equip for mass processing. So if I was at a storage and had stuff in there, which I do not, I could mass process. And it's shaking, grinding, chopping, drying, filtering, or heating. And 1 stone now is all of them together. You no longer have to keep switching and then find out that you don't have the right one equipped, so you go back out, then you put it in, then you realize, oh no, I forgot to do this, then you go do that and completely forget to grind flour.
Yeah, the magical shard market is going to be pretty tough in terms of all the black magic crystals, right? But
Manos always required, I believe, magical shards.
it always did. But in terms of the Manos? You mean the processing stone?
The processing
Yeah.
stone.
The processing stone is going to take more magical shards. I think that's going to be kind of tough. I want to do that the mirror event because that actually helped quite a bit. But I also understand why it is the way it is. But in terms of black magic crystals, I found that I just look at the item drop table. I look at what everyone is saying, like where they're grinding and all that, and I know they're going to sell it there, so I just buy them.
Also, as we can see, the trash loot price here is 15,000, but you get quite a bit. Was I burning? Oh, I was burning Agris. Give me 2 seconds. I'll turn that off.
When will that be available for us? Do you mean the... 2 things. 1, can we get that test server? No. When will that be available to us? I think you mean the earrings? It'll be after this update. The BMC is not crashing. No, when people say crashing, Twitch, what they mean is that it's always empty, yet there's a lot of orders. And they don't see their orders get filled. And I understand where they're coming from, but yeah, that's not crashing a market. But there is a demand for BMCs. I think a lot of people don't want to grind for all of them because they're relatively rare drops if you're not using scrolls and whatnot, right? So it is, right? So depending on where you are.
I think I'm just blessed. Because I'm not
Yeah.
going to lie, I did like an hour in Stars End and got 7 last night.
Was that Black Star Secondhand Awakening? Huh? No.
No?
No, he just has fiery stuff going on because, again, test server. BMCs went from thousands of open POs to almost none because it is in demand, and I'm okay with that. I think...
POs is pre-orders,
'cause-
though, so if they disappeared, it's probably because a lot of people have reached their goals.
No, what they're saying is that they're not readily available, which I understand. So maybe even increasing the amount of money that you get from selling BMCs would be kind of nice, especially given how hot of an item it is at this point. It'd be good. I'm getting good. Yeah, it's fiery. Custom character ports is when? No, I'm not gonna be able to say.
Cool.
But I want the prices of the BMCs to actually go up because, like, you know,
Even if
I
it
wanna
goes
make,
up.
I want to make money.
Yeah, but even if it goes up, I'm still not selling them.
They are readily available. Huh? It depends. I don't know, man. Like,
Oh, right. Wait.
Hmm?
Didn't talk about that in the patch notes, did we?
what?
Can I borrow your patch notes? Yours are in much better state than mine. Give me 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Can we switch to main cam?
There you go. I think it's that.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
kind of go from there.
Because it's in the ticker and someone noticed it
And we didn't talk
and
about
we
it.
didn't talk about it. So let me just find out. Did I leave that off my patch notes?
People are having no problems picking up 100 a day. Again, for those who are blessed, cool. If they aren't, then I understand it. I don't necessarily see it as difficult. And if you
There
increase,
it is.
if you increase the BMC prices, it won't be worth making the Jatina gear.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see both sides of it, but yeah, that's kind of why we don't haphazardly do that.
Okay, so as someone noticed in the rolling ticker that was underneath it, mentioned the weekly quest that you can use to get the infinite potion pity pieces. I didn't highlight it in my patch notes. It's across 2 pages underneath something, and I lost it. But weekly quests to obtain the items required to craft the Odor Spirit Essence and Ornette Spirit Essence have been added. You can do these once a week. They give you a few of the materials. I can't remember how many. But basically, you do this, and we hope that it will allow you to go get those potions if you're looking for it. Maybe get that last little jump you need. And they reset every Thursday, midnight UTC plus 0, which is 1 a.m. Thursday UTC plus 1. And then the time zone conversion completely escapes me. I think it's -9.
Let it go, let it go, let it go. It'll be in the
But
patch
yeah,
notes.
It'll be in the patch notes.
Um,
But basically, a way to get those, the pity pieces, not the actual
Yeah.
potions, but the pity pieces required.
It's gonna
now
take a while,
quest
but
that
yeah.
you can do.
someone said they got 300 black magic crystals in 3 days.
That's fair.
No way.
If
From
you're-
straight
no.
grinding?
It depends how many hours you put in, man. Like, if I don't sleep, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask people in chat. Like, what's your averaging? Let's say if you're playing from like a 2-hour to 5-hour span, right? How many are you getting?
For me, depends on the hour, obviously.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing Star's End, I'll get about 30 to 40.
8 to 10 an hour, a Star's End.
Yeah.
That's 12 an hour. Yeah, that's what I mean, right? So, like, how many are you guys getting?
So some people, like, it depends on the spot. Star's End isn't the greatest spot to go get them, right? There
No,
are
no.
other spots. So if
So-
if you're on a really mobile class, Centaurs
Yeah.
can be pretty good.
So this is the point that I think chat has kind of picked up on. Depending on your playtime and the amount of loots and all, or loot scrolls and all that kind of stuff you have, and how much you sleep, greatly affects how much you play. I think as an average player,
Yeah.
like, given what our game is, let's even say above average, you're not gonna get more than 10 an hour,
Yeah, maybe.
right? So that would be my thing. 4 to 14 Valencia spots, yeah, pretty much.
20
Right.
to
I
30
agree.
in
I
a couple
agree
of
with that.
hours.
Centaurs is 15 an hour.
Yeah, you can get quite a few in Centaurs. But
I guess
to
if
be-
you have the right rotation,
you have
'cause
to be.
they're very sparse.
Yeah, you have to be on the right rotation, the right classes. Because if you're on like a slow-moving pack-to-pack class,
Yeah.
it's a very rough grind spot. It's a
Yeah,
very
so
rough spot.
that's what I mean. I think it. You forget scrolls including old. No, I get that. So, I think with Go Grind Histria, you bum, you get the Elton piece. So angry. I will grind where I want, and it'll be Fogan's, and so it's what I want. What's leave Centaurs alone? Centaurs is eh. Can we get a Berserker Beast form switch? I want to see my outfit when in succession. Nah.
No,
And
that's actually something that has been brought up.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a solution in progress right now, but it is something that has been brought up because quite a few people have, raised it up. It's
Any
Yeah.
thoughts on allowing donations of silver based on the I don't know.
read the question so everyone else knows what you're talking about.
Any thoughts on allowing? Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you. Any thoughts on allowing donations of silver on the Beauty album for your favorite models? In-game silver, not, I guess, real silver. I don't know. I can immediately see that being abused, like almost immediately. So that would be. I particularly hesitant about it. I'll ask, but yeah, I resonate with the Histria complaint. Listen, if I decide to grind Fogans or Nagas, it should not affect you. Unless I'm in your guild and I'm rocking up to Nodors in my like Naru gear. It's like, yo, what's going on, guys? Like, then you don't get to really complain. I don't really understand. Yeah, bro, I'll explain it later on Discord at some point. But yeah, it'll be kind of tough to do that.
Also, with the silver and the Beauty album, can you imagine if you had like, all right, I got a friend who's got like a pretty wild TikTok account for some reason. I don't know.
Wait, is this like an example or like a real thing?
This is a real thing.
Okay.
If I could, get her to use her influence to give me more silver that way, that would be pretty rough.
One sec. Kashmo, can you take the Nilla Queen comment and then I'll take a look into that. It's still something I'll suggest, but I don't know how far it'll get. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So basically, I could use her reach to try and get more people to vote for me. Or if I have like a pretty large Twitter following because I do nothing but post, I don't know, cat pictures. It's there's a weird way.
Is this
It's abandoned monastery.
we
We already have bloody monastery.
Why do I entertain certain things? Because everyone decides to have a voice on it. Because if I listen to a certain group of people,
To the guy who said, is it abandoned or bloody? It is abandoned, which is the one in Calpheon. Bloody Monastery is the one in Serendia. It's at the south. It's where Muskin appears in the story.
Cool. We entertain a lot of the different questions because a lot of times people have random ideas that are really, really cool.
Or sometimes it's like, it's one of those things where like, if someone's saying this, it could potentially be something.
Because some people will say they get like 300 black magic crystals an hour and y'all rock with them on certain topics, so I can't listen to them all the time. So it really depends. I try to look at as many different things as I possibly can. I know you get it. I just wanted to explain that for everyone else as well. Because it's one of the things where, how do I say this? There are people in our community that are perhaps aggressive, but I get them. Like, I can have a conversation with them. I don't take offense to that. I think when it gets to a malicious point where it's kind of weird. Nuver Scales event?
So someone's asking about the venomous fangs. That's the one that you can get from Odalita. They're not in yet. It has been brought up, and we've had a discussion about it. So we'll have to see when that comes in. But yeah, it is a known thing that it would be nice to have.
Yeah.
The Myth Elton piece.
If you listen to one of the other comments, you should continue to grind there because there is an Elton piece there. Also, black magic crystals.
I mean,
It exists.
yeah.
It definitely exists. And there's something on YouTube which I understand this. There are people. We have a very vocal PvP community.
Yeah.
For real. Not everyone PvPs. And I also get that. Right? And can I get the HP journal? No, you'll wait till you get your more journals. We got you so many in the last few weeks. But I understand that. So that's why we entertain as many questions as possible. What? Please answer who? Who am I answering? Oh, sorry. This is officially the Q&A. That is a good point. Should we throw that up?
Yeah, go on then. We'll throw up the coupon code. It's okay, man. I think he's busy. Oh, there we go. Blessed by Kazarka 1 to get the item increase 60-minute scrolls by 5 and an enhancement help kit times 1. Go to console.playblackdesert.com/coupon and make sure your account is all linked and you'll be able to get it. Remember, this is only for console. If you are from PC, we are sorry, but it's not for you.
Yeah. Also, for those of you who always share to Reddit and in-game, thank you again. Please do so. So, the question that I keep missing, and we briefly mentioned it, but is a work in progress. The scroll pieces to be able to
make the bigger one.
Yeah. And kind of
make
work
a more
from there.
powerful version.
Yeah. So that's the question. When is that coming in? Also, with the scroll update, no information on that yet, but I want that in. I agree with that.
We'll be getting season in the next update. That is where you can pre-create your season /Dracania today.
Yes.
After the update.
The May 11th update will be pre-creation Dracania and season characters in general. The May 25th update is when season launches alongside Dracania.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
I feel like I'm correct in this.
I feel like we've been correct in this because we've posted it on social media, and we talked about it earlier in the stream. But still, there's some part of me that's just like,
we've been wrong before, and it's not good when we are wrong. But that's more on us than anyone else.
Valencia RBF is still being worked on. There's been quite a bit of work to adjust certain things on the map. So we'll get it when it's ready. It has had to go through a little bit of tweaking for us, unfortunately. Yeah.
There's a bug that for Ryan the Wind works on Ranger. I know which one you're talking about, but we're still investigating if that's like straight up bug or
also, not. One other thing, someone shared a post about the skill add-on not working on Archer.
Yeah.
For, I think it was blooming. One of the skills. It has been fixed.
Okay, cool. Sorry I was late. I was in the hospital. I hope you're okay. You don't have to say sorry for not watching these.
Yeah, you don't, dude, if you miss the stream, man, it's perfectly fine. We don't get personally offended by that.
Yeah, if I wasn't me, I wouldn't watch me.
No, hell no.
I wouldn't.
I've had to watch back a stream every now and then for something, and I hate it. Absolutely hate watching myself on stream.
I wouldn't watch me for me.
But it is one of those things where it's really awkward to watch yourself in videos. It's why I still haven't, even though I've been married, 7-8 years, I've still never sat down to watch my wedding video.
Oh, really?
I don't even know if it works. That's the best thing. I don't even know if that DVD works.
I don't know if anyone else in chat can relate, but I'm the younger one in our family, so my mom would just look, if I wanted to watch you in a play, I'd rather just go watch your brother do it better. I was just dude, I'm your baby boy. Who says this to a first grader, I don't know if anyone in chat relates to that, but that hurt. It stuck with me for quite some time.
The Scroll of Equilibrium coming back, I think that was a one-time only thing. I don't know if it'll ever be coming back.
I don't know if that will be back right away. What happens to the stones in inventory that got merged? So they turn into the sealed version. So equivalent to the enhancement level that you have. It'll turn into a sealed version, which you can sell either for money or use simple alchemy to turn it into a usable stone.
Yes.
But so I think, how does it get paid out? I think it gets paid out in...
Probably Heidel.
It's either the mail or your Heidel storage. It's one or the other.
So basically, if you have, let's say, I doubt there's anyone out there, but let's say you have five 5 of the stones, pen manos, you will get 5 sealed. You can then choose to simple alchemy 1 to turn it into a usable stone for you and sell the others to NPCs, or you can simple alchemy each one and sell them on the market, I think.
Okay.
But that I'd need to double check.
Right. Curls.
It was mail on PC. It's probably mail here then.
Curls.
Actually, hold on. Kashima probably dealt with that request. Kashima has
Please
the
check
answers.
it. Yeah.
Detect the log ear stone. Okay. Kashima, I wasn't listening. Thank you very much, sir. The processing stone change. Do they go to your mailbox or do they go to a storage? Okay, let me
Pets
check.
are being fixed in this update.
Yeah, the pet fix should be in this update. It wasn't in the last one. What happens if it is in your?
I think it's the same thing. Yeah,
same
it's
thing.
still
It'll
the
get
same thing.
removed and sent to you.
It doesn't have to be in a specific place for it to be removed, but it will be sent via a specific way.
Yeah. Still no news on Tier 5 pets. No news on Vel. Is Tamer's pet fix?
There are some things that happen today, or that will happen today.
Is it a pet fix on this one? I don't know. I don't know enough about Tamer to say if it would fix things on a character. It's quite a bit. It's like bolt wave and things like that. So it's mostly MP usage. Critical hit no longer to be applied.
The things that you're specifically asking about, it has not been dealt with in the way that a lot of people were saying. It's more of a different way around it, like as a whole. But you'll see that in the patch notes when it comes out.
Yep. I legitimately do not know enough about Tamer. I have literally played that class one time.
Stars and Towers, Giffen Raja, Elvia.
In the future.
Yeah. Giffen Raja was there a thing in the patch notes where it's like the archaeologists are still researching it or something?
Mm-hmm.
Was that Giffen Raja?
Yep.
Yeah. Still researching. Still researching. Processing stones will be sent via in-game mail, but you should receive it one by one if several are sent in one mail. So if you take out, if you got 10, and then you try to take out 10 all at once, it'll give you invalid count or whatever it is. Take it out one at a time, you'll get all of them.
Yeah.
What's the deal with the audio going full robo when hunting an Odie after a while? Full Robocop?
Where it basically sounds like the game has been possessed.
Is this specifically in one region?
Is it one region in a specific amount of time? Because trying to recreate it in a replicable way has been a bit of an issue for the one that happens at certain points when you talk to someone like the blacksmith in Vidal. The blacksmith in Velia can become haunted.
Yeah.
I've had a haunted RBF, but it was literally one time, and nothing I could do could seem to replicate it.
No, the robo sounds have happened in RBF. The robo sounds have happened elsewhere.
It's in all kinds of places. There doesn't seem to be one specific replicable thing, so we're still investigating it, trying to find out what's causing it.
Yeah, Robocop sounds are weird. There was a very long time where, for those of you who remember, in trees when dolphin sounds would come out.
Oh, I missed the fart sounds. The dolphin fart sounds?
The dolphin farts. The dolphin farts were...
RBF black squares is being looked into.
Black squares in general, sorry.
The black squares on the minimap is being looked into. It seems to be... We may have an idea, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. We're very much looking into it.
One more thing. Giffen and all that kind of stuff, I can't really give you an ETA on it.
ETA before the heat death of the universe.
Robosound in Ataraxian goes full glitch. Yeah, Robosounds is for a lot of people in general. But when I was watching, sorry to interrupt, but when I was watching a lot of people who were in Odie and stuff, it didn't affect certain people.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I watched Prophet for God knows how long. I was just lurking in the stream for a while. It didn't really affect him there, but it did affect someone who just entered Odie or just entered elsewhere. So
I've been doing
it really depends.
In RBF, it happened one time. I died and then it reset, and it hasn't happened to me since. I have been playing with sound, by the way. I know I've talked about not playing with sound before. I've been playing with sound for quite some time. It literally happened to me one time, even if I do 4, 5, 6 RBFs in a row. I can't seem to get it to replicate. Also, like, you've seen me play. I die a lot. Like, that's just how it is. So I do get a lot of the respawn stuff. And I cannot get it to recreate in any way.
Two-seater Doom, we've talked about multiple times, not really. Dropping onto the map issue is kind of weird. Elton Piece, I don't know what the issue is other than you not getting it. I spoke about all of those things.
Dropping onto the map, like, in which way? Because there's a few. Like, sometimes it's the occasional graphics glitch, and I mean, it happens in...
No, sometimes you straight up fall through. But, like, it's in very, not even specific circumstances, it's in a specific circumstance, and then there's a chance of that happening.
Yeah.
So that's kind of an issue.
But there have been certain spots that were, like, a little bit of the mesh was happening, and if you hit it at a right angle, it would drop you down. But that's different, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But some of that
Quite
might
different
have
from
been
that,
fixed
yeah.
in this. We fixed some background issues with this one.
This is a console stream, not a PC stream. Was there a PC question? We don't want to run people out of here. That's cool. People are nice. Okay. So yeah, no, like I'm cool with people asking questions. That's perfectly fine. What Phones has asked? Well, what did Phones ask me?
Yeah, we you know, the chat does move in two ways. You only see what you're watching. We see both YouTube and Twitch in one window. So it makes it a little hard. Connor, man, don't be like that. We don't need that.
No, it's no, it's perfectly fine. Bastion and Wargon feels too tanky right now. Oh, because it's a party spot, right? I guess given the average AP, it would be like that. Huh, we'll see. We'll have to see about that. Oh, sorry, so there was a question that I keep seeing. If there's an inactive player, is there a way to steal their name? There's a very, very specific procedure that we follow, which is listed in the operational policies and all that kind of stuff. For better or for worse, honestly, and it's up to interpretation, we try not messing with that as much as possible because the procedure makes sense and we should follow that to the utmost ability because of the platforms that we work with. So in terms of like just offing an account so that you can get a name, I'm not saying that that's what you're asking for, but I'm saying if that were to happen, there's a lot more complications that come in with that than meets the eye in a sense. So I would just take a look at the operation policy, see what it is, and then kind of go from there. Or depends on your naming. Really does depend on the naming.
Okay. My eyes are starting to like
Burn.
Yeah. It's like the blue of that window is like digging into my soul.
No, it's cool. Will it be a long time before we get Arena of Solera? Arena of Solera hasn't like launched, right? So I'm not entirely sure where that's gonna go. We took a lot of suggestions, and especially from within our own community, because like we don't have access to global labs the way that is possible on PC. But people have been giving a lot of suggestions for like even not just functionality, but aesthetics, right? Which is really cool. Like what if the health bar was this way and this way and this way? Thank you for all that. I try and comb through as much as I can. I try to take out as much of the profanity before I send it over. Sometimes it gets sent, but yeah, we'll see. Altar of Blood. It's being researched by archaeologists.
It got closed and we're not sure.
By the archaeologists. We're leaving it at that. Like that's all there is with it.
Sage's LT squares are prone to falling out of the map, especially trees. When you get those kind of things, it's best to, like, if you can, grab a clip of it and send it. We can report it, but, like, if we don't have something to show, it makes it a little bit more difficult to, you know, do it. If we go in, do it 3 times, and nothing happens, we have no way of replicating what you're doing. So, like, if we know that it's every 10th time, if it's every 20th time, if it's every 30th time, something to just give a ballpark
Yeah,
is much better.
I'll kind of open this up to chat. If there's anyone in chat right now who's worked in, not specifically QA for games, but QA in general. So if you did QA for any kind of engineering firm, or even QA for like Walmart, right? Because that's the thing. Like, there's an actual thing where like you have to QA. Because I did this for Zellers way back in the day before it closed down, but you would have to QA new merchandise that would be sold in your region.
Okay.
And they're very. Have you ever had to QA a mattress?
No.
So they were like, they got 3 of us, and again, embarrassing stories coming in. So you would have to QA a mattress in the sense of like, you must become a child. And a child jumps in this angle at this height, and they just threw me off a ledge onto the mattress.
To be fair, they picked the right person to do the
No,
child.
absolutely. Like the height made sense at the time. At the time, I was 5'5". Now I'm a whopping 5'7".
I was gonna say nothing really changed between that. You just got bigger shoes.
So that's what they would do. So anyone working in QA will understand. Like, there are very specific things that you have to do, and it sucks to always have to ask for it, but it's necessary in narrowing down the issues.
I think our chat has died.
No, or they're listening to my mattress story. Ain't nobody know, man.
Okay, customer, can you refresh that window? Will the llama and the shy instruments be coming out? No idea at the moment. No idea at the moment. There we go. We're back. We're back. Sorry, I think it reached a limit and just decided to not update the window anymore.
It got pooped.
Yeah. Hash accuracy and stuff. The balanced ideas, send it to us. We can pass it on.
Yeah.
That's generally how it is. But yeah.
Yeah.
What is the mastery on the new alchemy stones? I believe it's the same as what it was before. Just now it applies to all of them. All processing mastery. Yeah, it's just processing mastery plus
It affects
X.
all. Yeah.
But yeah. When can we get actual pictures for our characters in the selection? We don't know yet. It's still being looked into. Not sure what's happening with that. Special gear for RBF.
Okay, so Moo, in that case, honestly, I would say the equivalent of what you're asking for is trial characters.
Or the Arena Solar that will come eventually.
Yeah. I would say that would be the equivalent, to be really honest. And I understand you're going to meet some monsters in RBF and stuff like that, but yeah, that would be the equivalent.
Yeah. North Chilling Gear, no idea at the moment. Actually, you need to bring that up again. It's been a while since we...
Narch?
Yeah.
It'd be nice for GMs and CMs to do small events throughout the world of BDO. I agree. I think for all the things that have... for all the feedback that we got about Arena Varsha, one of the things that we heard a lot of, especially from the participants, was it was just nice to see familiar faces in the game, regardless of region, like EU, NA, Asia. And I want to do more, but smaller events that aren't just PvP focused, because we're going to have those. There's no question. We're going to have more PvP related stuff. But I want to do things that are more for people who aren't doing PvP, and I want to make it in a way where it doesn't seem unfair. So one example is, what's an example that I can do without getting in trouble? I'll give you this one. I want to do like world bosses with people and hang out with them after or before and stuff like that, and take out the person who starts PvPing right after Nuver dies. Like, I really want to be a part of that. At the same time, we've seen in the past, not specifically on console, but on PC actually, in the past where if a CM or GM gets a specific drop, that's the part that's focused on. And rightfully so. Like, yo, this kind of seems shady. Like, you just came here and get it. So I want to think of different ways to do that.
Right. I saw a couple of good questions, but Kashima walked.
Oh, do you want to go back? I'll go there.
You sure?
Yeah,
You sure?
I'll scroll back up.
Sure.
Yeah, this way I can drink coffee off camera.
Okay, that's perfectly fair. We do generally go in game. Most for me when I'm at work, it's mostly my personal account because I don't have time just to sit down and chat at the moment. But there have been a few times where like we've gone in on personal accounts. I know Durgef does quite a lot of it. He jumps into PvPs. Up a little bit more.
Yeah, just tell me when.
When? Okay, where can I send a clip of falling through the map? You can send it to me on Discord, Trent on Discord, which is discord.gg/playblackdesert, or you can send in an official ticket. Those kind of things happen. It has been shared through Moobot quite a bit on Twitch, but you can share it. Just type it in anyway. Oh no, it's moved the screen down. I was gonna go through. Oh no. Okay, there, stop. Trade. So trade is being looked at.
Can I go down?
Yeah, sure. Trade is being looked at as one of the life skills that will be eventually refreshed. However, if it's gonna have like a full refresh, it's gonna take a lot of work because the systems that are in there aren't that rough. The systems make sense, but things need to change. So we have to. There's a lot of work being done trying to figure out which direction to go to improve that life skill. For something like gathering, like improvements there mechanically, not the console specific things. They're pretty give more meat or more rare drops, more Kafra stones, like increase the effect mastery has. With fishing, like the same thing. It's not. There are changes that you can make, which are relatively easy. Trade is one of the things that, if changes are going to happen to trading, they have to be done well.
Okay.
And they could be more convoluted to design than, say, something like fishing, where it's like, oh, you have a chance to catch an extra fish or something like that. I don't know. But if things like that happen, trade is one of the ones that needs probably the most attention to it to make it more engaging, maybe.
Okay, I agree with that. Yeah.
So trade is one of the ones that's gonna need quite a long time. Yeah, and exactly, Steven Texas, trading life skill needs a big. I'm not gonna say freaking. It needs a lot of help.
Language.
I know, but if it needs a lot of work, it's gonna take more time. Even if it's fully focused on, we have to, from concept to initial implementation to refinement to back to implementation if things get dropped. It may take a little while.
When are we getting the clouded joints for our accessories? Oh, you mean like the souped up accessories, right? I know what you're talking about.
The cups. Isn't that what they're called? Cups?
No, there's.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
There's earrings, and then there's like a soupier version of said earring.
Yeah, cups. You make it so that it's like, instead of a crescent ring, it's like the next step up, right?
Yeah,
But it's still a crescent ring. Yeah, it's cups.
You call it cups?
They're called cups. The items you use are cups.
Yeah, but really?
It's like cup of moonlight.
No. I understand that. You call it based on the material that you use, not what it becomes.
It's a cup. Update summary. All right, so we're going to hide away the coupon. If someone asks for it, please share it.
Yep.
But we're going to put on the rolling ticker back up. There we go.
There we go.
There we
Okay,
go.
cool.
Guild mission refresh. It's come up quite a bit. We're submitting documents and things like that to see what we can do. My hair looks great. No, it doesn't. It looks like a mushroom right now. Thank you.
Water brush collision for Wiz fix when.
If it's been reported in the correct channels, it's probably
Regardless,
good,
I know
but-
we've said it, but yeah. Can we have any honest news about optimization? I'm not sure what it is that we're looking for here. But I'll say it this way. Based on what Jesselneem has said in the past, that's kind of the way in which we're proceeding. So whatever content update comes in, it comes in. Then we work on making sure everything's stable and kind of it flows from there. And then we continue on forward with that, which is why a lot of things have been spaced out the way that they've been spaced out. There was, in this patch note, there was nothing super specific that was done, but more so in general, things were being worked on.
Artifacts and lightstones.
Same script because it's the same question. That's legitimately the reason. I don't have other answers for that at the moment. I really don't.
Move.
Artifacts and lightstones?
Artifacts and Lightstones, not sure yet when they will come in, but it's something obviously we want to bring in. Why can't we write on chat when we get killed? I have a right to be salty when I get upset. Very fair point.
Why can't we write we?
Why can't you write anything in chat
Yeah.
when you're dead? When
'Cause
you're looking, because you're dead?
Yeah, because you're dead.
Because you're dead. Dead bodies don't speak. Unless you're bones.
Yeah. No, oh, that's a good
So
shout.
then-
That's a good
then you
shout.
know, yeah, mate.
No, dead people don't. Dead people don't talk.
That's that sounds like it's coming from experience, man.
Look,
the
I've
dead don't talk.
I've spoken to my hamster. Never hamstered back. I've never had a hamster. I wish I did, but yeah,
Oh, jeez.
I don't know whose hamster that was. But yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble for that one too.
Dead men tell no tales. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
BDO is the only game where I've seen that the dead don't talk. Realism. And I'm proud of that. If that changes, gonna have an argument with Jesognim. I'm gonna have an argument.
It's funny that you used the realism argument after what we were arguing about last week with the Zerker's Awakening weapon.
Oh, yeah. Look, I'm trying to bring back a little bit of credibility in terms of realism here. You know? Ghosts?
jeez.
We'll think about it.
Ghosts aren't real, man. That's what I keep having to tell my kids. Type faster before you die. Thank you for that addition right there. Yeah, again, with the guild mission stuff, the feedback is much appreciated. We can add it to the proposals that we have to make and whatever. Yeah, but it is something that we are aware of and that other people are most likely aware of. But it depends on the level of focus that specific area of the game would take. But we'll continue to ask about it. The life skill tool bag, no news on that at the moment.
I'll touch on something that
But it
Chris
would
has
be
mentioned. Something that Chris has mentioned, and again, I understand the philosophy behind that, where people will do PvE solely because they can get to PvP. No. And I honestly don't believe that that's the case, because
Not 100% of the case.
yeah, it's not 100% the case, because I would say if you want to do PvP, you have to do PvE. You don't have to PvP to do PvE, and there's a lot of people who do enjoy the PvE section of things, and that makes the most sense to me. I don't think that PvE is only there for players to get to PvP. It is a method, but it is not the sole intent of what PvE is, and I don't think anything should ever be that. But again, I understand why people believe that. If you're a PvP expert, right, and regardless of what game it is, if you're a PvP expert, the method in which for you to gear up for PvP, you will feel that that method is the only reason that's there for, which is not the case. There are legitimately people who do life skills for the sake of life skills. Some people want to do PvE for the sake of PvEing. There are some people who want to do otherwise, right? And I'm okay with the differences in play styles. I don't think someone going to do solely PvE affects the way that I play.
Yeah.
So that's as much as I'll say about that. Yeah. Like, we can't get to PvPing by just doing PvP. This is what I mean. Like, just because that is one of the methods to get to PvP
Doesn't mean it's
just
the
that.
end goal. Like, the way it's phrased quite a bit is people only PvE to get to PvP, which is not the case. That's the argument he's making there.
Yeah.
It's not... People do PvE to get to PvP, but it's not the sole reason people do PvE.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone asked about the life skill bag. In the dev note about the stones, the processing stones being done, it's mentioned that it's currently being worked on. Just
Cool.
wanted to add that there. Without PvP and life skills, without PvP and life skills, there would be no meals, there would be no drafts, there would be no elixirs, and no alchemy stones either.
Yeah.
So it's like an interconnected web. You could say it is a circle of life. that one feeds the other, feeds the other. PvP players feed the need for things that life skillers make. Life skillers fill that niche. PvP players buy it, and it's a circle.
Yeah, I can. I PvP to PvP, so I can PvE in peace. I mean, wow. Okay, that makes sense to me. Again, that makes sense to me. And some people feel their accomplishments come from the random drops that they get from the things that they enhance for the sake of enhancing. This is legitimately something that happens, and we've heard these things a lot. Now, just make it so when you kill a shy, it drops a life skill buff. That is actually a really good shout, but no.
Wait,
I think that'd be hilarious, but no.
that's
No.
a solid idea.
No.
That's a solid idea.
But this logic means that we're not getting any optimization soon. I don't know how that's connected at all from what I said, legitimately. If there's something that I said that insinuated that there is nothing we're going to work on about optimization, then I apologize. But no, nothing that I said was about that, as far as I know. Did I say something wrong?
No. I don't think so.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave that part there for now. But do people have different play styles? It's good. I'm all right with that. It don't hurt. If you don't have life skilling or PvE or PvPing, then part of your system breaks, and that's not cool because it's an entire system.
Okay.
When is Mythical Peggy?
Mythy Peggy. Don't know.
I don't want Mythy Peggy.
Why? You don't have a Peggy. That's why.
Exactly. Why would I want a Mythical Peggy if I don't even have a Peggy?
Whoa. Morrow. Can we get the checkmate outfit for Striker and Zerker?
No.
Why?
Because we'd have to change the rating of the game. No, I'm good. I'm good with where we're at right now.
But sir.
Zerks don't need checkmate. They don't need kibbles. They don't need.
Wait. You just said why?
They don't need any of those. That's perfectly fine.
No, we do. We need it 130%. 58 fail stacks going for the first stream. I think I hit my first at like 5 because I was just burning materials. I was like, I'm tired of seeing these blue things in my inventory the whole time. Let's just burn them.
That's the one that hurts.
And then it tapped, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now I'm actually trying to get a second. Like I kind of want a different one. I'm not going for the same one for whatever. Going for a different one, and now I'm at like plus 10, and I'm like, man, it seemed so easy before.
Will you ever add a way to do an evade for, like PC WWs and for a very certain class based on PvPs? So Shana, that was something that was heavily considered during the reboot in terms of like the button mapping and all that kind of stuff. We wanted to make it a. Kashman, can you scroll up in just a second and just leave it there? I'll deal with it in a sec. So whether it's going to be in the menu, like do this, or a hotkey button that switches how the function works and all that kind of stuff, makes sense to me. So we've been working on something like that, or we were working on, not have been, we were working on something like that. But at the moment, I believe it's like we found alternatives, like hold L2, go forward, or legitimately try pressing forward, and that kind of stuff. On joystick, it's a little bit more difficult than dubs, but PC has an option where you can just straight up say, this is dub. We don't have as many buttons. Can you scroll a little bit down? Sorry, Kashma? A little bit more, a little bit more. A little bit more. Okay, right here. So I'm pretty sure there's big communities that focus on PvP, and it's getting worse every day. I don't, but there are players who put 4 hours in the grind to get more gear, and when they jump into PvP, they die because of lags and freeze. What is that solution? Right, so this is a separate conversation because I wasn't talking about optimization at that point. Optimization is still a focus. I don't like the state in which RBF sometimes is in, whether it's in like Node Wars and Conquest Wars. I would never say that you're perfectly fine, that doesn't matter. A lot of the stuff that we've been kind of working on. So when we've been holding off on, let's say, PC got Draconian when it did. we didn't.
Yep.
Because a lot of it is, again, to bring that in is to try and optimize that data to make sure that the impact of when it comes in isn't necessarily hard felt like it was in the fall for console. That was really tough for, and all of us remember this portion, as well as certain content stuff. PvPing in OD has a different feel than PvPing in the desert. This is clear. We all know this at this point. So that's kind of what we're focusing on as well. Well, okay, what can we do here to make sure that this kind of works out? RBF here, because we want RBF Valencia to come in. So what can we do in the coding section of all that? This is taking time. And for the most part, I'm okay with that, legitimately. Because stability, that was done. Or not done, it's continuous work, but we got over a lot of that. Optimization is the next thing that we were working on as we bring in content when we can. That content is, I wouldn't say pre-optimized, but has been worked on for it to be able to make it in, and then we continuously work on it because there's no test like a live server. There's nothing that compares to that. So that's kind of what we look at. So Crisis, yeah, like I would say the two statements were independent from one another, and that's how I approached answering that, if that makes sense.
Yep. Kashima, blue button.
Thank
Let's
you.
go. Super Armor needs to give damage reduction. I believe it does. Isn't it immunity to CC and some damage mitigation? I'll need to take a look at that. I can't remember off the top of my head. I believe it does. It doesn't cut down a lot, but it does cut down. Super Armor does have DR already. Yeah, it does have damage reduction. Thought I was right. Yeah.
Autopathing in the sea. I think just from like
Where are you going with this, Trent?
from an annoyance factor, I would want that to be fixed, but I don't think that's the highest of priorities at the moment. At the moment, if you're gonna navigate in the sea, it's better to just go straight yourself.
Also, like learning where certain like spots are where you're gonna get caught on the rocks underneath, or if you're gonna brush ashore. Like I learned the routes. Like one of the tricks I did was use the circle auto path to navigate my own path, and yes, it would try to go back, but I catch it before it turns around. When I was sailing, I would draw a line and I would go, okay, this is the first point. Then you can set the second point, third point, and it will roughly loop it. You can make your own, but then it would try to cut back across, so you have to catch it before that. Does need improvements, don't get me wrong, but there are sailing tips that you can get around.
Those are workarounds, though.
Yeah, they're workarounds.
I get that. Yeah.
Give Shy 10k health and 12 grabs. Why only 10k health and 12 grabs? Why not every skill a grab and 8 billion health?
No.
Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
I don't want to cross paths with the Shy if that happens. Then
Just
no.
put the endpoint into the island. Godfrey, that's what I ended up doing. Yeah. Where is Lisa?
If you fail a grab, you straight up die. I'm actually okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. That'd be an interesting one. But yeah. Yeah, like if you miss a grab, you're just dead. Like it's instant death.
Like a self-destruction?
Yeah.
No. No.
Says the Zerk.
Exactly. I was thinking in my head, like, sometimes I walk up to somebody and they disappear before I grab them because they use like a movement skill, and then I just die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think at this point. Yeah, we have been kind of going in a circle at this point. Says the grab bot. Yeah.
I don't grab. I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all. I don't grab all too often because if I PvP, generally it's an RBF. I do the outside world and then occasionally I'll grab a bit more. But I don't like how unprotected I feel during the grabbing motion. Especially in group PvP, I won't grab. If it's 1v1, I'll go for it occasionally if I feel super safe in doing so, but I will not throw out a naked grab. I won't throw out one that I'm not sure is going to hit. I use all my other tools. I don't grab all too often.
Yeah, all right, makes sense.
Yeah.
Should we end it here?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Guys, before we leave, I mean, it's most of the stuff is down here. But otherwise, there's the weight changes, the processing stones being changed, some changes to Tamer, and a couple of other classes.
Abandoned Monastery has been added.
Abandoned Monastery, Dawn Earrings,
You can also do your pre-creation for characters.
which could be pre-creation Dracania, or seasoned character, or a seasoned Dracania, and they will give you the rewards for both when that time comes.
And also, Conquistador changes.
Valencia becomes no limit. Calpheon has the Media limit. Media has the Valencia limit. If I remember 100% correctly, it's something like that. But they've been shuffled.
Pretty much.
And yeah. Not even going to answer that. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. It has been an absolute pleasure. We'll be back with the next update.
On May 25th, yeah.
May 25th, the Dracania release update. So we'll see you then.